Hello, and welcome to another episode of 207 Aikido. My plan was for my next post to be an essay about why I'm going to compete in the tournament in Tokyo this September, but I will take the bait and partially take the bait and do one video. I'm not going to do 12 posts, but I'll do one video on the footwork. I read a post by Patrick Parker at Mokuren Dojo, and I thought it was an interesting idea about the footwork being autodidactic. I think that's very true. There's a different lesson to be learned for anybody that's doing this kata, and it's going to be a different lesson at different times, even for the same person. So I just want to take you through a little bit of my history with the basic Unsoku, and you can see what that reveals about where I started and where I am today. So when I first learned the footwork, I thought of it as a push off the back foot. So if I was going sideways, I thought of pushing myself with this foot here. And part of the reason was I did a lot of ice skating growing up, and this was a natural motion to push and push. And that's one of the dangers when you're trying to learn a new motion, is to link it to a motion that you already know. It sort of gets you 80% of the way there maybe, but you're left with this bad habit, which can be very hard to exercise. So back in, I want to say 2009, when I went to a couple seminars with Dave Nettles, and he was talking about, introduced me to the idea of pulling with the front leg. And the basic idea here is, once you get a foot out here, and I'll speak a little bit about that in a second, once you get a foot out there, then I'm going to pull with this leg. And in a way, we had been taught to pull with the front leg for a long time, because if you really snap this back leg in, the only real way to do that is to pull with this leg. So you can't do this motion without pulling to some extent, but we were never explicitly told to pull, and so I always emphasize this push. So the way I try to do it now is to sort of release the leg in the direction I'm going to go, and the way I do that, I like to keep a little bit of tension, ideally in both legs, which allows me, either one can then pick up 100% of, what do I say? If I'm just standing here on both legs, it's sort of difficult to pick up one. In order to pick one up, you have to take 100% of the body weight on the other. So what I'll do, I'd like to have a little tension here, and then I release one, and you sort of start to fall, bringing that leg out, and then you pull to that foot. And it works the same forwards and backwards and diagonal. And what you're seeing right now is someone who doesn't practice these as regularly as he should. And then the other thing I was actually just thinking about today in practicing for the kata that I'm going to be doing at the tournament is actually where the tension is in my legs and the expansion. And just like I like to keep my arms expansive, but have a soft touch, what I've been thinking about recently is expanding with these thighs, and then keeping this area of my foot soft. So it's almost like it feels like I'm trying to touch the ground softly with my foot, but be expanding with the rest of my legs. And it's what that feels like is the intention to pick up the foot. So I want to keep a feeling in my feet as if I might pick up the foot at any time. And I think that keeps me actually a little less rooted, a little bit more ready to move. But that's something I'm just playing through in my mind right now. So I may not have that fully thought out. So there's a brief look at my history with the Unsoku. I guess I'll do one set just to give you an idea of how my rusty Unsoku looks right now, and we can all use continual improvement, and this is no different. So here's one set, and I'll leave you with that. So thanks a lot, and we'll see you next time. All right.